How am I in the shot? Bomba clutch, I hope we're ready to rock. We got the coconut milk and the green juice, gonna make me feel hot. What's up my healthy fruit and veggie lovers? We got a special video today because we will be making my favorite drink, which is pretty much already made. It's called Gorilla Milk. It's Lou Corona's recipe. Lou Corona's from Paradigm. He's been living a raw food lifestyle, for 40 plus years. He's about 70 years old. I think he's been living it for almost 50 years. So basically the basic recipe is half a green juice with half a nut or seed milk. So he mainly makes it with coconut and almond. So I already did the whole process because it took a lot of work, I must admit, especially when you don't have the right tools. But let me explain the process. So here we have coconut and almond. That's what he uses. And today we're doing something special, and this was inspired by Eva Loves Raw. She does a version of the Gorilla Milk that is without the added sweeteners. So she doesn't put any dates in the milk, and she doesn't add any apples in the green juice. So it's just greens and just straight up coconut and almond milk. We do have some added probiotics from Paradigm. It's called Life Biotic. So we have a little bit of probiotic and a little bit of hemp protein. I would love to get the protein from Paradigm and their enzymes as well, but it's outside of my budget at this moment, so I only ordered the probiotic. But I got a hemp protein, a really clean vegan hemp protein. I added that because I'm in a building phase. That's why I'm drinking this, because I did 21-day cleanse and I kept it low fat for a few weeks, and now I just feel my body is like wanting more fat, and I'm feeling good adding more fat and lots of greens, big huge salads, green juices. I'm going to be doing more green smoothies. And I'm going to start making coconut yogurts using the probiotic and mixing it into, basically blending like I did today, coconut and almond with the probiotics, and you can make yogurt out of it. Today we made milk, and this is all the pulp. Now I made a mistake. Lou Corona says to strain it first with a strainer and then use a nut milk bag, but I feel like next time I'm going to go straight for the nut milk bag because I could have squeezed out more liquid from here, but I didn't have the patience with the strainer. But like I said, I'm eating more fat. I'm gonna gladly use this for salad dressings tonight and the next couple days. And if I need to, I might freeze a bit. So it's not wasted. This is beautiful food. Coconut is an amazing human food with the water that just full of electrolytes, so hydrating, so nourishing, full of minerals. And then the flesh is just like brain food, you know? Get your system lubricated and get your brain functioning well. So I think for long term you need these kinds of fats on a raw food lifestyle. I already made the green juice. I juiced all the greens. There's cucumber, there's celery, there's Swiss chard and spinach. Both are in season here in Mallorca. And we have cilantro and parsley, also local. And then I bought kale because Lou Corona usually uses kale in his recipe, but I don't see it local, so I had to go to the big store and buy some kale. Yeah, and that's it. No apples, just greens, celery, and cucumber. Here, like I said, we have coconut, the flesh, and the juice of one coconut, and some added water to make it more liquidy, and almonds, and some Paradigm probiotic, as well as a little bit of hemp protein and some cinnamon. If I had vanilla, I would have added vanilla, but I avoided dates or any sweetener. And this is the first time I'm doing a Gorilla Milk that's not sweet. And Eva also recommends, or her way of doing it is, instead of half and half juice, half milk, she does 3/4 green juice and then 1/4 Gorilla Milk, or 2/3, 1/3, something like that. So it's more green juice and less milk, so that it's less fatty. Like I said, I don't mind the fat. I'm trying to get more fat in, but when I try something new, I usually do it the way someone explained it exactly. I test it out, try it, and then when I make it again, I might adapt to how I prefer, you know? before we try this, I'm gonna do what Lou Corona always does, and he tries the juice first and then the milk first. Let's try the juice, no sweetener. Amazing, incredible, full of chlorophyll. It's like a structured, hydrating water. I didn't think I would like greens this much, but lately I've been just loving greens. I'll get back to the greens in a second. Let me try this milk. Interesting, delicious. It's not overpowered by the sugar, so you can actually feel the flavor of the coconut and the almonds more, which is pretty cool. And it's just enough sweet because the coconut water is sweet. So the coconut water is the only sweetener in this recipe. That's pretty dope. What I want to say about the greens is that a lot of people in the movement, especially when they call themselves fruitarian, which I call myself a fruitarian herbalist because I don't forget about the importance of herbs and greens and vegetables. A lot of people focus on the fruit, which I understand, I get it. Fruit fills you up, keeps you satisfied, keeps you fueled, and I love fruit. I'll show you later all the fruit there. I got pineapple, persimmon, papaya, and watermelon waiting to be eaten today. And then look at all these cherimoyas. I don't know if you can catch it in the shot. And all my fruits, you know. But I've been loving the greens lately, and I used to think like I can't handle the greens. I was jealous of my friends who loved greens and huge salads because I feel like I would eat them and then the next morning I would be sluggish because it would digest so long. But I don't know, I think it might be because I've been juicing celery juice. Virtually every morning I start with the celery juice. Nowadays I do about 800 milliliters, so like 2 bunches of celery. And I think it's been making me crave greens more and less sugar. I even ate, see these apples? I'm gonna start using these more, the Granny Smith, because these were my favorite, Golden Delicious. And I brought it to work the other day and I ate it after drinking a green juice. And I was like, I wish I brought this Granny Smith with me because this was too sweet. You know, but then I have things like cherimoya, which is very sweet, but it's just like a heavenly candy, and this I don't mind. I can eat it just like so perfectly, such a perfect food. I can eat it so deliciously without minding the sweetness. What else? Yesterday I ate some fruits. I had cherimoya, durian, and dates for lunch. And I also ate it with lettuce. I just felt like having lettuce with it. I even felt like having tomato and lettuce early in the day yesterday, which is very rare. Usually I like to have sweet for most of the day. And I was just in Poland for the summer, and they have the most amazing raspberry tomatoes. And that also I ate sometimes for breakfast because, oh, they're just so divine. I wish I brought some with me. So the greens, I think are super important for the long term, and I'm so happy. I think I did this 21-day cleanse on juices and then some grapes. And then now I've just been loving the greens and having the celery juice every morning. I think it's been fixing the hydrochloric acid in my stomach, and I can eat a huge bowl of salad with lots of greens with a creamy dressing. Like maybe I use some cashews, maybe I use some sesame seeds, maybe I use some avocado with zucchini or something. I don't go too crazy on the fat, like a half an avocado, but I just make it creamy, spicy, a little bit of sea salt, and lots of dulse. To not have too much salt, I use a lot of dulse, which is salty. And I just look forward to this huge salad every night lately. So I think for the long term, we need the greens. The greens have the minerals. It depends on a lot. If you're living in the heart of the tropics and you have the fruit fresh from the land, full of minerals, maybe you don't need greens. I don't know. But I feel like the long-term raw foodists that I look up to, like Lou Corona, they are big on greens, and they use all the plants, the nuts, the seeds, the greens, the vegetables. When they juice beets and carrots, they use the tops because it offsets the sugars. And they're not all about sugar. They're like, they have a balanced approach. So they have fruits, herbs, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, fermented foods like sauerkrauts, culturized yogurts. When they use the nuts and seeds, they soak them and sprout them, so they don't just eat them raw, because when you eat them raw, they have enzyme inhibitors often, and it can actually be pretty toxic to the system. So you have to soak them, you have to sprout them, you have to use the food in a way where your body will recognize it more, it'll be more absorbable, more utilizable by the body, and more effective. So I just love the living foods game. I'm not 100% pure living foodist. Purity does not work for me. Everyone's different, but purity stresses me out. So I'd rather, like, whatever, not be too strict on myself if I'm out or whatever, but when I'm home, I got my fruits, I got my veggies, I got my living foods, lifestyle point, son. So let's do the epic pour, bringing these two, green and white, together. See it changing color to like a Hulk green. Oh, go right to the top. A little bit of milk left for later. And we're gonna taste test with y'all. That is incredible. This is so good. This is so good. I really wish you can have something like this in your life that you would just love, and your taste buds will be bursting with delight. Like, it's not even that sweet, it just got a little bit of coconut water. It's just so perfect. It's so nourishing. And especially when you milk the nuts and seeds, they're way more absorbable by the body. Like, you don't have to eat this if you don't feel called to it. You can throw it in the compost or give it to the animals. So cheers to your health, much love. If you want to learn to take on a little cleanse yourself, because nowadays I promote short cleanses, and then rebuild with this powerful food. When you do a short cleanse, it's more sustainable, it's more doable for the average person. Some people can go on long juice feeds, I've done it myself. Some people can go on long water fasts and all this stuff, which I recommend if you do it to be supported, to be in a group, to have a coach, something like this. But by yourself, you could just do like a 3-day cleanse and then rebuild. You could build up and maybe get to 1 week long cleanse on just juice, or on just one fruit, or on just fruit, or on just raw foods, or on raw till evening, something like that. Something that will bring you a step up. But I wouldn't recommend going from a standard American diet or your standard cultural diet that's full of like processed foods and fried fats, animal products, especially pasteurized animal products and all this, and then jump into a juice feast or jump into a water fast. It's like, take it slow, just build your way up. So if you're interested in doing a little cleanse and learning how to prepare for it, how to do it properly, and how to break it properly, how to end it and refeed after, which is pretty much the most important part, then check out the 3-day cleanse guide I have below. It's a free 3-day ebook that will show you the process. So anyways, cheers to your health, much love. I really hope this inspires you and helps you. Comment down below if you've made this kind of a juice before, or if you love juicing, or what else you would like to see on my channel. I'm promoting healthy lifestyle, living foods, connecting with nature. What do you want to hear? Let me know. Comment below, thumb up if you like it, and subscribe if you want more videos. Much love. Whew, my Lord, bless.